As we get older, our bodies start to show the miles we've put on them, especially if we've lived busy, full lives. But just because strength and stamina aren't what they used to be, doesn't mean we have to give up our freedom to move around. That's exactly why I wanted to talk about something called the Escape, a mobility scooter that's trying to do things a little differently from the rest of the pack. If you've ever landed on TravelScoot's website, you've probably seen the bold claim that the Escape is the world's lightest and most compact mobility scooter. Now, that's a tough thing to prove when there are so many manufacturers out there, some of them barely on the radar. But what isn't up for debate is the weight. At just 14.8 kilos, or 33 pounds, this is the lightest scooter I've personally come across. On top of that, it can be broken down quickly for transport and put back together without much fuss, which is a big deal if you're loading it into a car or taking it along on a trip. Design-wise, the Escape instantly brought back memories of those old-school scooters many of us rode as kids. Sure, this one is more built out and clearly designed for adults, but at its core, it still feels like a dressed-up tricycle. Even the small foot pegs near the front wheel add to that retro vibe. Toward the back, there's a simple tubular frame running along the sides, and that red deck looks like it's held in place with little more than Velcro straps. Right behind it sits a seat that honestly reminds me of a stool you'd see in a dentist's office. And then there's the rear section, where you'll notice a bright yellow block. Believe it or not, that's the battery. And I have to admit, I was expecting something a bit more protected than that. That battery carries 252 watt-hours of energy, which TravelScoot says is good for up to 18 kilometers, or about 11 miles of range. That's not a lot, but for short errands, trips around the house, or popping over to a nearby store, it should do the job. Still, seeing the battery so exposed is something I can't quite get past. Once it's empty, recharge time can stretch up to 10 hours with the standard charger, depending on which battery option you choose. There are larger batteries available, up to 420 watt-hours, which give you more range, though not quite double. Power comes from a 200-watt motor built into the rear wheels, pushing the Escape to a top speed of about 6 kilometers per hour, or 3.7 miles per hour. That's just a bit faster than a brisk walk, and according to the company, it keeps the scooter within legal limits, meaning no registration hassles. Speed fans won't be impressed, but for someone with mobility challenges, that pace actually makes a lot of sense and gives you time to react to what's around you. Up front, the controls are pretty straightforward, with brake levers, a throttle to get you moving, and even a small bell. TravelScoot also offers a range of optional accessories, and this is where things get interesting. You can set it up to carry luggage through airports, haul groceries, or even bring a pet along for the ride, which definitely adds to its versatility. That said, there's one lingering issue I can't ignore, and that's the overall build quality and feel. From the outside, it doesn't exactly inspire confidence as a premium vehicle. Some of the videos showing it in action are a bit unintentionally funny, especially when you hear the motor whining along a pathway. The riding position also looks awkward, with your feet stretched out in front of you, which seems like it could put a lot of strain on your lower back. I haven't tried one myself, but I know that posture well from sitting the wrong way in an office chair, and it's never comfortable for long. In the end, I'm sure there are people out there who would genuinely benefit from the Escape and find it useful in their daily lives. Still, when you factor in the price, which starts around €2,795, or roughly $3,280 with the smallest battery, it's hard not to wonder if there might be better options on the market. Interesting idea, but maybe not the final answer for everyone.